What is up, health enthusiasts? It's Coach Lamby here for Working Weights LLC, your guide to strength, health, and all things nutrition. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Dwayne Ulrich, aka Poppy Dwirl.
Yep. Hey, good to see you guys.
Today, we are going to be taking some nutrition quizzes. Alrighty, Dwayne, how are you?
What?
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I was like, I thought it said, all right, Dwayne. And I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, it's my turn. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I got a little cold thing going on, so I sound a little bit nasally, but I've been told it makes my voice sound better. So there you go.
He's coming out of there.
There.
I can't do that very well. All right. Yeah. So this is going to be dropping for Christmas. And I thought, hey, let's do something a little bit lighter and maybe try to have some fun. So as a nutrition podcast, let's go online and take some nutrition quizzes. And this was kind of spurred. So we're going to do one where it came up. There's a channel on YouTube that I like to watch a lot. And he popped this quiz. And so I watched a little bit of that one, but so I haven't gone through and taken all the quizzes that we're going to. I just made sure that they are quizzes that we could take. And so I don't know the answers to all of this stuff. We're going into this kind of blind. So I just thought, hey, let's do this, have a little bit of fun. And
makes me nervous.
See if we can pass some online nutrition quizzes. What do you say?
Good. I'm gonna be Googling underneath the keyboard right here.
All right. We ready?
Yep.
Invited to speak to a high school class, and I normally talk to audiences that are much older, so I didn't want to put the kids to sleep, and so I decided to start the session with an interactive quiz on nutrition. It went pretty well, so I decided to share it here with you guys in case somebody's interested. So I'll show some of the footage. This is over Zoom, and I have to blur out the faces of the students for legal reasons. The questions start pretty easy, and then they get a little harder towards the end, but it's never super hard. I mean, this was a high school class. So for the mega nutrition nerds out there, I added a bonus question. If the main question is too easy for you, there's a bonus question, a harder one in the subtitles.
Ooh.
So go over the questions. Pause the video.
His face isn't even moving. Is it froze up?
His face isn't moving for you?
Not on my screen.
Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, I can hear it. Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
I'm ready. Let it rock.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go. We'll go over all the answers. All right. Have fun.
Question 1.
We start easy just to get warmed up. Who can tell me what an essential nutrient is?
To think. Next question coming up.
Okay, Dwayne, what is your answer for what an essential nutrient is?
An essential nutrient is part of your diet that is absolutely necessary for cell health and growth. I think that's what an essential nutrient is. Things that your body absolutely needs. That's what I think.
Yeah. So, same things that your body needs, and then I'm going to add to that your body cannot make on its own. It's essential in your diet.
Excellent. Yeah.
What is you guys' idea of a superfood?
Oh,
superfood.
My answer?
Yeah.
My answer is superfood is something that's just loaded with essential nutrients, far beyond. I mean, just like it naturally comes with a lot of more than you need almost. It's almost like taking a multivitamin or something. It's just everything in there, lots in there that you need.
Okay.
I'm very generic today, so
yeah,
don't
that's okay.
Don't judge me.
We're just getting warmed up here. Okay. So superfood. Man, I don't really know how to answer this question. So if we there's nothing in the scientific evidence that can give us a definition of superfood. We couldn't go into PubMed or something and type in superfood and get a list of things. So, so I'm going to say that there is no such thing as a superfood.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm only saying that because I watch a lot of his stuff and he's very science-based. So
Okay, I just Googled
Who can name a
superfood
good
and
source
I couldn't find anything.
of omega-3s?
Pause video to think. Next.
Oh, good source of omega-3s.
Oh, good source of omega-3s? Fish.
Fish. Yeah. So yes, absolutely. And then I'll add to that, I guess you could do algae oil supplements. I don't know if he counts supplements or not. Algae oil.
Ooh, good call.
And then ALA, so A alpha linolenic acid is the omega-3 found in plants. So you could do flaxseed, hemp seed, and then any oil or whatever that has ALA.
What is the number one cause of death in humans on Earth?
What do you think?
Right. Atherosclerosis.
Yeah, cardiovascular disease.
Yep.
Coming up.
I can't imagine high school students answering these questions.
I know. I hope you can
What?
do better than us.
The most common one is it's called atherosclerosis, right? The formation of this plaque in the
Oh, yeah, you're
wall of
right.
the
Yep.
arteries. How early would you guys guess that can be seen? At what age can we see
Ooh,
not plaque, but let's say the beginning of the lesions?
27 to 35.
27 to 35. I'm gonna go way younger than that. So I know,
Whoa, really?
yeah, I know there is a recorded case report of like, oh man, I think she's 6 or 7 years old of having a heart attack. So
Okay, but
she has familial hypercholesterolemia, and she had a heart attack at like her LDL was like 600 or something like that
wow.
at 6 or 8. So when can we see the beginnings of it?
Because that's an outlier.
Yeah, but he's not really asking that. He's asking when
Oh, well, that's
we
true.
begin to see and so if we have if we have a report of someone that young having it, which means we should probably be able to see it much earlier than that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to say 2.
What's a macronutrient?
What's a macronutrient?
I think a macronutrient is the word that comes to mind is not exact, but more of a broadband nutrient. It's not like what I would consider. We had that conversation a minute ago about superfoods, but there's really no such thing. But a macronutrient is something that covers numerous nutrients in one.
So a macronutrient is the calorie containing nutrient in a food.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. I should write that down.
Which has more calories? A gram of carbohydrate, a gram of fat, or a gram of protein?
I didn't hear the question. What was the question again?
So the question is, what contains more calories, a gram of protein, a gram of fat, or a gram of carbohydrate?
A gram of protein.
Gram of fat.
Ah, how many questions are there? Is there 10?
I don't know.
So that's like a 90 now.
Since you guys are killing this anyway, an example of an essential fat.
Example of an essential fat.
Unsaturated.
Yeah. Yeah, so unsaturated, if he wants to be more specific than that, then I would say ALA, alpha linolenic acid, and
ALA.
linoleic acid.
Yeah, and we just talked about ALA a minute ago. I should have said that.
I think it's the last one I had. What's the vitamin that plays a really important role in coagulation and blood clotting?
Oh, that's hard. Wait,
Video
don't
to
say
think.
it. Don't say it. I think it's a is it's either one of the B's or a D.
UD. I'm gonna say vitamin K.
Oh, didn't even think of that. Okay, you go with K, I'll go with like D.
Okay.
So that was the quiz, guys. Let's take a look at the answers. In the meantime, let me know in the comments if you thought that was too easy or too hard or just right. I'm curious where everybody is. So the first question was, what's an essential nutrient? I think most people probably got this right. We're in the vicinity. It's something that your body needs to function properly and that it doesn't make enough of.
Yeah.
And then the bonus question was to mention 2 of them. There are many possibilities. There are amino acids like methionine or leucine. There are fatty acids like alpha linolenic acid. There are vitamins like vitamin C. So many possibilities. The second question was about superfoods. And this one is a bit of a trick question.
Mhm.
The reality is superfoods is not a scientific term. There's no such thing in nutrition science. It's a marketing term. There are definitely healthier and less healthy foods, but every single food can be replaced in the diet. There is no single food that is necessary. The third question was about sources of omega-3s, and here's the answer.
Chia seeds.
Chia seeds,
Chia
good.
seeds.
Yeah,
Energy nuts.
nuts, okay, great, yeah. Yeah, nuts and seeds in general are good sources of omega-3s. Fish and seafood also good sources of long chain omega-3s. So yeah, those are great examples.
Algae, also there's certain type of algae. Seaweed.
Yes,
Algae.
yes. Algae have that's a good point. Because actually the fish get it from the algae. The fish don't produce the DHAs and EPAs, these long chain omega-3s. That's a good point. And then the bonus question was to specify a source of ALA and a source of EPA, DHA. The footage already touched on it, but
Did you see any of these bonus questions?
No,
I didn't see them.
ALA could be, for example, walnuts, and EPA, DHA could be fish, fatty fish especially, seafood, or algae. Question 4 was about the number one cause of death for humans. I imagine most viewers of this channel probably got that right. It's cardiovascular disease, and the percentage is about 25% worldwide. To the bonus question. Question 5 was about the artery lesions and how early in life they start. Here's the answer, and here's how the students guessed.
7.
7 is very young, but it's younger.
3.
3 is very young, but it's younger than 3.
1, I think you're born. 0.
It's younger than 0. They have
Younger than 0?
Man.
shown the beginning of the lesions in utero, in the womb. Obviously, this is the
Wow.
beginning stages. It's not advanced plaque, but it's been shown in several studies that fetuses already have the beginning of the disease. And also, of course, this is more common if the mother smokes or if the mother has very high cholesterol. These things will increase the likelihood.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's amazing, right? Because this kills more humans than anything else. People will die from this in their 50s, 60s, 70s. And the disease is starting all the way back. So it's incredible how progressive and how insidious this is. Question 6 was
That's kind of amazing.
What's a macronutrient? The typical definition is that it's a major component of the diet that provides energy, that provides calories. 3 main ones are carbs,
Yeah.
protein, and lipids, fats. Then there are 2 conditional ones that are usually not mentioned because they don't quite fit the definition. Water is a nutrient. It's not technically a macronutrient because it doesn't contain calories. And then alcohol sometimes is mentioned. It does provide calories, but it isn't a major component of the diet. Well, depends who you ask, right? Ideally. Question 7 was about calories. I imagine a lot of viewers got that right as well. So lipids, fats have 9 calories per gram, and then protein and carbs have 4 calories per gram each. And then alcohol has 7 calories per gram. That one is less commonly known. So if you got that one right, brag in the comments. Just a quick clarification that in all rigor, it's kilocalories. So 4 kilocalories, 9 kilocalories. But in colloquial terms, people almost always say calorie, but this is what they mean, and it's become kind of interchangeable. But if you see kcal, kilocalories, in a textbook or on a website, don't get confused. We're talking about the same thing as long as the number is the same. Question 8, we're almost done. Question 8 was about essential fats, and we've already touched on that a little bit, but just to give more detail, there are 2 essential fats, linoleic acid and alpha-linolenic acid, and they're both PUFAs, polyunsaturated
For all the meat eaters out there, those only come from plants.
fats. And then there are some that are called conditional essential. So these long chain omega-3s, EPA, DHA, and so it's debatable. It has to do with conversion rates, but the 2 standard essential ones are LA and ALA. And finally, question 9, the vitamin that plays a fundamental role in coagulation was, of course, vitamin K.
Oh, yeah.
Soluble vitamins,
Dude.
E, and K. Let me know how you did.
So I really only know that because I've been doing a lot of back and forth in the carnivore social media stuff, and there's always like this: you should eat meat, butter, whatever, because vitamin K, vitamin K, vitamin K. And so there's a lot of learning I've been doing about the different versions of vitamin K. So that's the only reason.
Well, viewers, it looks like Coach Lamby's going to have to be reviewing and putting me on like probation because I made a 50. I made
Oh,
a 50.
this gives us an idea for some podcast topics in the future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to know what high school students that was. American high schools? I don't think
I
so,
don't
man.
know. All right. Well, that was pretty good, huh?
It was fun. It was fun.
All right. So we got some quizzes here from the USDA My Plate, and My Plate is part of the dietary guidelines. So they have a few questions or quizzes here. So they got fruits, vegetables. So I guess we're going to take the vegetable one. Okay.
Cool.
I don't think I can blow that up any bigger.
That's fine.
Oh,
That's
there we
good.
go.
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah,
going to move over. Let's see. Nope. Okay.
That's fine. It's fine where it's at.
All right. Question 1 of 10. How much of your plate should be fruits and vegetables? Well, they even give it over here.
That's the answer?
Yeah, they give the My Plate right
Well,
there.
that's not.
All right, so half.
I'm gonna have to say half.
Correct. Question 2. What are these? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, asparagus.
Asparagus.
Asparagus. Correct. Eating a diet with lots of vegetables and fruits is good for you.
True.
True. Correct. What vitamin gives carrots and sweet potatoes their orange color?
A.
Yes. Correct.
People are going, man, Poppy Dwirl's just guessing, bro.
Which of these is a subgroup of vegetables? Raw, crunchy, dark green, or juiced?
I'm going to say dark green.
I concur. Correct. You should only eat raw vegetables because if you cook vegetables, all of the vitamins are quote unquote cooked away.
False.
Yeah, false. Cooking vegetables.
Bro, I love steamed broccoli, bro. I do.
Yeah. What color vegetable should you eat the most of? Orange, purple, green, or a variety?
A variety.
Yeah.
Green because kale is green.
Because kale is green.
I'm not a kale fan, but okay.
Correct. All right. Which of these foods is actually a fruit in plant biology? Tomatoes, sweet onions, peas, or kale?
Tomatoes.
Yeah. Correct.
I'm rocking this, bro.
Yeah. What food group are beans, peas, and lentils counted in? The vegetable group, the protein group, both, all of the above, or neither?
I'm going to say both.
Yeah, both.
Because that's where we get like a lot of plant-based
Protein.
like plant-based proteins.
Yeah.
Like a veggie burger or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct. Carrots, onions, and sweet potatoes are all vegetables and are what part of a plant? Seeds, flower, root, or stem?
It's going to be part of the root.
I concur. Correct. All right, 10 out of 10, man.
That's right, baby. That's right.
All right. We want to do one more of these?
Absolutely.
Should we do fruits, grains, protein, or dairy?
Ooh, let's do. It's your call. It's your call.
My call.
They all look fun.
Let's do protein because
Right,
that's the nutrition coach's answer to everything, right? Eat more protein.
Yep.
Make sure your protein intake is high. All right. Most Americans get enough protein in their diets.
False.
I'm going to say true.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go with false.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Your answer?
Oh, man.
The correct answer is true. Most Americans get enough protein in their diet. So when we went through the dietary guidelines, that was one of the things most people are are eating more than the suggested amount.
I completely forgot that. I completely forgot it.
All right. All adults need the same amount of food from the protein group.
False.
False. Correct. The amount of food an adult needs from the protein group depends on age, sex, and level of physical activity. Question 3. Protein foods can contribute to sodium intake.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, I agree. Correct. Packaged and prepared meat, poultry, seafood products are common sources of sodium. What food group are beans, peas, and lentils? Oh, this is a
Yeah, protein.
repeat.
Oh, both.
Both.
Protein and vegetable. My bad.
That's a repeat.
Yep.
Which food is a vegetarian choice in the protein foods group? Hummus made with chickpeas, sesame seeds, peanut butter, a black bean veggie burger, or all of the above?
Give me a second. Black bean veggie burgers.
Let's say all of the above.
Oh yeah, all the above because I just went back and looked
Vegetarian choice.
I looked at sesame seeds also. So it'd have to, if it's two of them, it has to be all of them.
All of the above. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Nuts and seeds are a good source of what? Protein,
Mhm.
dietary fiber,
Yes.
minerals, vitamin
Yes.
E, or all of
Yes.
the above.
All the above.
All the above. Correct. What are these?
Those are almonds.
Those are almonds.
Aren't you proud of me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foods in the protein foods group provide protein, but which of these foods from that group is also a source of calcium? Peas, sardines, chicken, or ham?
Wait a minute.
This is a good one.
I'm gonna say sardines. That's a shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark. I want to agree with you on that. It's weird that they have peas in there, though.
I know, right? I
All
know.
right,
It's
let's go. Let's
Salmeyer.
click on sardines. Correct.
Ah,
The bones. Oh, it's because of the bones. Eat seafood in place of meat or poultry twice a week. True or false?
true.
True. That is one of Coach Lamby's major recommendations.
I love seafood.
And that is correct. Should you wash or rinse raw meat or poultry before you cook it?
Well,
Wash or rinse raw meat or poultry before you cook it.
well, I know what my answer is going to be is, wait a minute. Should you wash or rinse? Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Wash or rinse raw
Yes,
meat.
you do. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But what I was going to say is some people have a different idea of what washing and rinsing is.
Hmm.
Have you ever seen somebody take like a tomato or a bell pepper or something,
Uh-huh.
and they squirt like dishwashing soap on there?
No.
Wash that puppy on the outside. Who knows where that thing's been, man?
Uh,
The guys at the grocery store, man, they could be playing softball in the back of that thing.
I guess, but you're gonna cook it, so as long as you cook
I
it at
know,
temperature, you're killing bacteria. All right.
I'm
So
just saying,
the correct answer was no. So washing can cause bacteria found on the surface of meat to be spread to ready-to-eat foods, kitchen utensils, and
the
counters.
correct answer is no.
Yeah, don't wash or rinse your meat, raw meat, because it spreads. So when you have water and you're splashing it around, like I saw something on this on a TV show one time, and they did it with UV light, and it was like everywhere after the person got done washing and rinsing, because all the little droplets and all the little splashes and stuff. And then most people you're not washing your hands properly afterwards. So then you go and you grab utensils, you're touching everything all over.
Have you gone to the grocery store and get some vegetables out of the bins, and they still have dirt on it? You gonna throw that in the frying pan or in the
No, raw
saucepan?
meat, raw meat,
Oh, my bad. I thought we were
not your
talking about
vegetables.
vegetables there. Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you should wash and rinse your vegetables,
Absolutely.
not the raw
Okay.
meat though. Spreads.
My bad. Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty good. All right. So we're going to link these in the show notes too, so everybody can come to the USDA My Plate and take these quizzes.
That's cool.
All right. So the last quiz here I have oh no, wait, I had one more. I'll look it up too. Okay, so this is from ISSA, and they're a major like nutrition, personal training, coaching certification thing. And you have to sign in for the testing, but they have 10 flashcards here. So we could take the flashcards as a test. All right. So,
Bro, I have no clue. I mean, if I had to say,
right.
I'd say Socrates or something. I don't know who said this.
So this is not Socrates. Goodness.
Ulysses, uh,
Hippocrates.
Thor,
It's
Thor,
Hippocrates.
Hippocrates. There you go.
Hippocrates. Let's see. Yep, Hippocrates. There we go. Vitamins and their importance in health and wellness were discovered by European doctors in the Vitamins and their importance in health and wellness were discovered by European doctors.
In Europe,
In the let's
Baltic
get a hint
states.
here. It says E for our hint. I don't, or maybe they're asking for a time. Vitamins and their importance in health and wellness were discovered by European doctors in the. Well, vitamins were first. I think the first vitamin was discovered in like 1903 or something like that. So 1900s. I was born in the late 1900s, but
I would say,
early
there you
1900s.
go, bro. You're killing it. This is why
Inhumans.
you're the professional.
This is why I'm the professional. In
That's right.
humans, what provides the first impression of food?
I'm gonna say eyes,
I would say eyes too.
taste. It's gonna be taste.
What provides the first impression of food?
I'm gonna say eyes though.
Whoops. The eyes. Okay. Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah. Which of the following is one of the 5 categories of taste in food corresponding to the flavor of glutamates?
Salt. I don't know. I just said the word. I didn't even have
5
anything to do with the
categories
question.
in taste. Salt's not a category in taste. So I think
I know. Which of the
glutamates
following
are
is one of the
salt.
5 categories? Taste in food. Corresponding to the glutamates.
What's it's like
Savory.
it's like a Japanese word. I can't think of it. You're saying savory? Yeah, I think along those same lines. It's like it's savory or something. I know that there's a word for it. Umami.
Monosodium glutamate.
That's
Oh my gosh. There you go.
umami. There you
That's
go.
good.
All right. Food selected, produced, or consumed for the reasons beyond calorie and nutrient content are referred to as foods selected, produced, and consumed reasons beyond calorie nutrient content.
Dessert.
Yeah. Snacks. Let's see.
Snacks, yeah.
Functional foods. What on earth? Well,
That's crazy.
wait a minute. If they're selected, produced, or consumed for reasons beyond calorie and nutrient, then how are they functional? I don't.
They have no point.
They have their own definition of functional food.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Factors affecting a person's access to food, food selections, and the way they consume foods inside cultural, economic, and social,
Geographic.
geographic, religious.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be
I didn't see that.
social.
I didn't see that coming.
Foods intended to be ingested under the supervision of a physician or for specific dietary management of a disease or condition are known as under the supervision of a physician. It would be medical, medicinal. What do you think?
Hang on. Tend to be ingested under the supervision of a physician. I'd say medicinal because certain things. Oh, there you go.
Medical.
Medical foods. Yeah,
Medical foods.
that's a win.
Yeah. Which organ system is used for smelling?
The olfactory.
Olfactory. Yeah.
Boom.
See the remaining cards. It's free. All right. Well, we're not going to sign up for that.
Nah.
Okay. There's one more that I want to take. This one seemed to me like it was a little bit harder.
Oh, great.
Here it is. Okay. So again, I haven't looked at the answers to these. I haven't taken. I just made sure that it was a thing. Okay. So this is so half of the medical students that took this quiz failed it.
Okay, so what that means, I'll fail and you'll pass.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Answer 10 questions from the same nutrition quiz. And I also clicked on all these links to try and get the full quiz. But I think that these are just 10 questions from that quiz. Okay, so the medical nutrition therapy approach that is selected for the patient should be done on the basis of educational status, motivation level, applicability to patient lifestyle, all of the above.
All the above.
Yeah, all of the above. Correct. 90% of medical students answered this question correctly, which means 10% didn't, and that's somewhat alarming. RJ is a 50-year-old woman with one risk factor for heart disease. At what LDL cholesterol level should dietary therapy be initiated? 100
100.
milligrams,
100.
130, 160, 200. Uh, well, 100 is in the normal range. I would say 130.
What is the cutoff? Is it cutoff 120 or
No, the
that's
cutoff's
kind of what
100.
I thought so. I thought so. So we would say 130 then because 100 is still in the acceptable range.
Yeah, 100 is still in the acceptable range, so you wouldn't be advising anybody to do anything
Right.
different because they're within the range, right?
Right.
So
Right.
at 130, my guess would be that's when we would initiate lifestyle intervention because you don't want
Yeah.
it to get higher than that, right? Because we're trying to prevent people from getting on statins and stuff.
Right. Right.
It's
Whoa, 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 wrong click,
160.
wrong click. No way. Really?
Why would it be 160?
Oh my gosh. You would do it at just anything over anything like 120, 130. Those
I
are
would think,
all in
yeah.
the range where you can change it with your diet.
Yeah, because the most you're going to
Ah.
get from lifestyle is like 30%. We saw that in the portfolio diet thing. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you can squeeze 35%. And we did the math. If you were at 130, which is the national average, and you reduced it by 30%, that would get you into like the mid 90s, low 90s, which is where
Yep,
we
yep,
would want someone to be, right?
yep.
And then what we know about LDL cholesterol and atherosclerosis and everything points us to the lower you can get it, the earlier in life, the better off you are. So that seems odd to me.
Me
All
too.
right, 160. Okay. One serving of carbohydrates is equivalent to how many grams of carbohydrates?
That's your answer.
One serving of carbohydrates is equivalent to how many grams? 5, 10, 15, or 20? Uh, a serving carbs. I want to say 15.
Me too.
Correct. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
there you go.
37% of medical students. Well, that's kind of a hard one. Energy is provided by the oxidation of dietary protein, fat, carbohydrate, and alcohol. How many calories are in a gram of protein? So we just got this answer.
Are you waiting for me?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what we talked about the other day because you actually said you broke it down when you're looking at a
We
gram of
just,
protein. It's typically this many calories or in this range.
yeah, well, we
And
kind of just had this question on the video quiz.
yeah,
It's 4.
I was gonna say I have a real short memory.
51.6, 52. So 48% of medical students didn't answer that question correctly. Sarah is a 50-year-old woman who wants to reduce her caloric intake enough to lose 1 pound per week. By how many calories must she reduce her intake each day to achieve her goal? Well, the
Okay.
answer to this is
Okay.
actually more complex, but okay.
Yeah, because like what about exercise? What about you know
Yeah. Yeah.
medical history? But just for grins, I'm gonna say she should reduce her intake by wait, I'm not I'm 250 no, 2000 no. Um I'm gonna say 500.
That's correct. It's actually not because it's way more complex than that, but anyway,
Absolutely.
yeah, so what they give you, that's the answer. All right. Body mass index is a useful clinical tool for diagnosing obesity. At what BMI level can the diagnosis of obesity be made? 18, 23, 30, or none of the above?
I don't think it's any of the above.
None of the
I
above. I
mean,
think it's 30.
do you think it's 30?
Correct. It's 30.
There you go.
Metabolism of 150 grams of carbohydrate, 20 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein yields approximately how many kilocalories? Oh, let's see. Well, 150. So 100 times 4 would be 400, and then 50 times 4 would be 200. So that's 600 calories just in carbohydrate. So it's not 300 and it's not 550. 20 grams of fat, 20 times 4 would be 80. So we're at 680 plus another 80, 820.
Yeah, I'm going
There you
820.
go.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that math on the fly.
I know, right? I'm so proud of you, man. Killing it.
All right. What is the major reason why an individual will lose weight on a high fat / protein and low carbohydrate diet? Carbohydrates stimulate appetite. Ketosis allows for the breakdown of fatty tissue. Protein and fat increase metabolic calorie deficit.
I'm going to say calorie deficit. Yep.
Yep. 23% of medical students answer that question. Yep. Sorry, folks. It all comes down to a calorie deficit. There is
Yep.
no such thing as keto magic.
That's right. That's right.
Which of the following foods would be considered a good source of insoluble fiber? White bread, mashed potatoes, raisin bran, or watermelon?
Watermelon.
So insoluble
Oh, wait. Raisin
is
bran.
the what? Yeah, raisin bran.
Yeah.
Correct. Individuals who are at increased risk for insulin resistance include which of the following? Patients with a history of hypercholesterolemia, patients with a pear-shaped body, patients with a first-degree relative with type 2 diabetes, patients with a first-degree relative of hypertension.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm not sure how this is a nutrition question, though.
I don't either, but we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with patients with a history of hypercholesterolemia.
Which one's?
Cholesterolemia.
I'm gonna go patients with a first-degree relative of type 2 diabetes.
You're probably right.
Type 2, yeah, first-degree relative. Yeah. So so hypercholesterolemia just puts you more at risk of cardiovascular disease, ischemic heart, and all that stuff. The pear-shaped versus apple-shaped body is just a bunch of nonsense.
It is.
Then so hypercholesterolemia doesn't necessarily lead to diabetes or insulin resistance. Not necessarily, right? And then hypertension definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's why I came to that answer. Okay. And so 64% of medical students got that answer correct.
Yeah. So if I was a medical student, I'd be like, doing my residency at, I'm not going to say,
yeah.
I'll say a box store. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Just
yeah. So 64% of medical students getting that last question correct, I think, is alarming. So that is that. We took some quizzes.
Family history is so important. So I should have gone with that too.
So specifically is first degree relative. So like your mom, your dad, or your brother or sister or something. So I think out of the options that we had, that one would put a person the most at risk. I think the next one would be the hypercholesterolemia.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So good deal. Quiz is done. Did you have fun?
I had a great time. I learned a lot and recognized that it's just good. It's just good to test yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that first test was a fluke because I made a 50, but I scorched the rest of them. Well, let's just say this: I made at least an 80 or above on the rest of them.
Yeah, I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, somebody's gonna go back and watch the podcast, and they're gonna like, oh no, Poppy DeWorld got that wrong. Poppy DeWorld got that wrong. Oh, he's at a 70 now. Good stuff, man. That's excellent. That's great.
Fun times.
You gonna link those that some people can look at?
I'll link all of those in the show notes so people can go and look at them for yourself. Of course, we already took them, so you know the answers to most of them. Now the My Plate quizzes, everyone can go and take those because there's 3 of them that we didn't take. So
right.
Have at that. Have fun. So good times here on the show.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna cut it off. Keep this one short for you guys. From myself and Dwayne, we wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. We hope you guys have a great break from work, school, whatever it is that you're doing. And in spirit of the season, remember it's about Jesus, not about the presents.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Love you guys. See you next time. Poppy Doyle and Coach Lamby out.